You wake up. You check your phone. Nothing looks wrong. Your salary is the same. Your bank balance is still there. The numbers didn't disappear overnight. And yet, your money is weaker than it was yesterday. Not because of a crash, not because of a headline, but quietly, almost politely. While everyone is busy arguing about inflation, your money is losing power in ways most people never see. This is not a story about panic. It's a story of erosion, slow, controlled, invisible. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Pause. Imagine this for a moment. You put a bar of soap on the bathroom sink. You don't use it. You don't touch it. You come back a year later. It's smaller. That's your money. Not stolen, not smashed, just evaporated. And the most unsettling part? The system is working exactly as designed. Now, let's slow this down. Why does this matter right now? Because we're living through the loudest inflation debate in decades. Social media screams about prices. Politicians shout percentages. Experts argue over decimals. Is inflation 3% or 6%? Is it over or coming back? Is it transitory or permanent? But here's the uncomfortable truth. Inflation is not the main story. It's the distraction. Because even when inflation falls, even when headlines calm down, your money can still lose power. And often, it does. Let's start with something simple. Money feels solid. It feels like an object. But money is not a thing. It's a claim. A claim on future goods. A claim on future energy. A claim on future human labor. $100 today is not valuable because of the paper. It's valuable because of what society agrees it can command. Food, shelter, time. That's it. Money is frozen effort. So when we say money loses power, we're not being poetic. We're being literal. The same frozen effort buys less real effort over time. Now here's where the story gets uncomfortable. Most people think inflation is the villain. Prices go up, money buys less, end of story. But inflation is only the surface symptom. The deeper mechanism lives underneath, quietly reshaping value every single day. To see it, we need to step back, way back. Once upon a time, money was heavy. Gold, silver, metal you could drop on your foot. If more money entered the system, someone had to dig it out of the ground. That took time, energy, cost. Money grew slowly. Then came paper promises, then central banks, then digits on screens. Money became light, then weightless. And once money becomes weightless, something changes. Creation becomes easy. Too easy. Today, money is not primarily created by governments printing bills. That's the part everyone sees. Most money is created when banks issue loans. A mortgage, a business loan, a credit line. A few keystrokes, new money exists. No vaults opened, no gold moved, just numbers added. This isn't a conspiracy, it's a feature. The system runs on debt. And debt changes everything. Because debt pulls future money into the present, it allows us to spend tomorrow's effort today, which feels amazing until tomorrow arrives. Now here's the key point most people miss. When money is created through debt, the supply expands first, but real goods do not. Houses don't appear instantly. Food doesn't multiply overnight. Energy doesn't become cheaper by magic. So the claims increase faster than the things being claimed. And that gap, that's where purchasing power leaks out. Not explosively, quietly, like air from a tire. Now let's talk about inflation numbers. Governments publish inflation statistics, indexes, baskets, weighted averages. They look scientific, they feel precise, but inflation is not a single experience, it's an average, and averages hide pain. If rent goes up 20%, but electronics get cheaper, the average might look mild. But you can't live inside an average. You live somewhere. You eat something. You pay specific bills. And here's the irony. The things people need most tend to inflate faster than the things they can postpone. Housing, healthcare, education, energy. Meanwhile, flat-screen TVs get cheaper. Great. You can't eat a television. So while inflation debates rage on TV, your real-world budget feels tighter even when official inflation cools. But there's another layer, an even quieter one. Let's talk about time. Money is not just purchasing power today, it's stored purchasing power across time. When you save money, you're sending value into the future. You're trusting the system to preserve it. And here's the deal the system never explicitly tells you. It doesn't guarantee that. In fact, it assumes the opposite. Modern monetary systems are built to gently punish saving and gently reward spending and borrowing. Not violently, politely. Interest rates below real inflation do the job. If your savings earn 2% and your cost of living rises 5%, you didn't lose money on paper, but you lost power. You worked, you delayed consumption, and the system shaved off a piece anyway. Not because it hates you, because it needs motion. Debt-based systems need growth to stay stable. Growth needs spending. Spending needs incentive. So idle money quietly decays. This is not a bug, it's the engine. Now let's zoom in on something most people feel but can't quite explain. Why does it feel like you're running faster but staying in the same place? Why do raises feel smaller than they used to? Because wages don't lead the system, they follow it. Prices respond quickly to new money. Assets respond faster. Wages respond last. By the time paychecks catch up, the purchasing power has already shifted. This is called the Cantillon effect. But forget the name. Here's the idea in plain language. Whoever gets new money first benefits the most. Governments, banks, large institutions. They spend at old prices. By the time the money reaches workers, prices have adjusted. Same paycheck, less reach. And no announcement. No press conference saying, today your money buys 3% less effort. It just happens. Now let's talk about assets, because this is where confusion peaks. People see stock markets rise, real estate surge, crypto explode. They think everyone's getting richer. But what if that's not what's happening? What if prices are rising not because assets are worth more, but because money is worth less? If the measuring stick shrinks, everything measured looks bigger. Assets absorb excess money faster than wages. They act like sponges, which creates a strange illusion. Those who already own assets feel protected. Those who don't feel left behind. Same system, different outcomes. And this is where tension builds. Because a system that quietly erodes purchasing power without clear consent creates frustration. People argue about inflation because inflation has a face, prices going up. But purchasing power erosion has no villain, no headline, no single moment. It's death by 1,000 adjustments. Let's pause and consider something uncomfortable. What if stability is the illusion? What if the system is constantly rebalancing by redistributing value through time? Not through taxes alone, but through money itself. When money supply grows faster than real output, existing claims dilute.
just like shares in a company. If a company issues more shares, each share represents less ownership. Money works the same way, except nobody sends you a notification. Now zoom out, globally. Every major economy is running some version of this system. High debt, aging populations, political pressure to spend. No one wants austerity. No one wants defaults. So the path of least resistance is subtle erosion. Lower rates, more liquidity, longer timelines. Stretching value instead of snapping it, which means the future becomes the shock absorber, and future purchasing power pays the price. Now here's where irony creeps in. People demand higher wages to keep up with prices. Companies raise prices to keep up with costs.